or whatever the manufacturer's instructions is, but it's typically 10 seconds. So you light cure, so we need a curing light. So light cure bonding for 10 seconds. After we've done that, there are two types of the material you can use next, because they're supplied a couple of different ways. The next thing you're going to use is called flowable composite. Flowable composite. Flowable composite can be put in these, okay, these little vials here. Okay, so they can be put in this with this gun, okay, and the way it works is this just snaps out, snaps back in, and then you close this around it so it doesn't fall out, and then you would just use it just like a gun. So there's that. Or it comes in the syringe type, okay, and this is the syringe type flowable, very similar to sealant material. So we did prime, bond, this is flowable composite, and with the flowable composite, there are two different ways you can go about this. Some dentists want to use an explorer and push the flowable material around into the spaces they can't see to ensure that it gets everything, that it's covering flowable.
So that's the gun,
That's
this is the syringe?
This is a capsule, and that is, or a carpule, and that is the syringe type. You just need to know that you need flowable. If you're using this kind though, like if you were to go and get something like this out, you can't just use this, you'd have to grab the gun too. Alright, so you can use an explorer and push it around and then light cure, or that's the route most dentists choose to go, just saying. So you would use the flowable, and then you would hand them, as soon as you give them the flowable, you should be turning around, grabbing the explorer to hand to them, and it's ready before they even need it. You give them an explorer, they'll push it around. You need to have your 2x2 gauze waiting to wipe that instrument off when they give it back to you so that nothing sets on it or hardens. And then you light cure the flowable material for 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
20 seconds, yes. Now, the other way to go about it is you bypass the Explorer and the light cure and go straight to the packable composite. The problem I have with that is this. We talked about that curing light. Do you guys remember how many millimeters it goes down? 1 to 2 millimeters, right, is the depth in which it can actually cure something. If you go ahead and put the packable on top of that flowable, and you've got a 4 millimeter area, you're not getting that cured. It's not hardening, it's not setting. So it's going to take even longer if it, sets it all that within that time frame. So most dentists are going to do the set or the light cure in between.
So you can use the Explorer or
the Explorer and the curing light for 20 seconds, or bypass the curing light and the Explorer and go straight to packable composite. Now, packable composite is different. It also comes in a couple of different ways. It can come like this in one of these carpules, or it comes in something that looks like this, but you twist it and then you cut it off, and that's what you use. Does that make sense? This is that buildup material,
Oh,
if you were to get a buildup.
knocking on $500 on one.
What is this one? You gotta be smarter than the box. Gosh, what is wrong? Okay. So this is the packable, and one thing that you guys would be able to notice right away is that this doesn't have a thing to close it. But the tip, when you look at this versus this one, this tip is really small because the stuff that comes out of it is really, really thin. This one is like Play-Doh. Okay, thick. So that's the packable composite. Don't squeeze any more out, please. Because that stuff, this kit is like $400. And we get 20, or no. There are 8 cartridges in here.
She said, let me
Squeeze
see
them all
that.
out.
Look, let me see that.
And that's just a different shape. Yeah, you may have to use more than that on one too, depending on how big, how large the filling is.
Area.
So that's why it's so large.
Yeah. Just roll it, and you can pass it.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
so after we've done the composite, we light cure the packable composite. Oh, I'm sorry, hold on, stop. You have to put the packable composite in. Okay, so you can use 2 different instruments. You can use a black composite instrument. This is made of anodized aluminum. It's kind of like Teflon, what's on your cooking stuff. So you can use this, and it has a plugger on one end, and it has a paddle on the other end. Okay, so you can use that. Or you can use gold composite instruments, okay? And you can buy different instruments that have different working ends. This one is simply the same thing as that anodized aluminum one. It just has the paddle and the packer. But this one is a little bit more expensive. This one is broken, but this has pretty much everything that you use in the amalgam. It has a small and it had a large plugger, a ball burnisher, it has the paddle, and it also has an acorn burnisher on it. All in one.
So why they couldn't do the other one?
Because this is a lot more expensive. It's a gold composite instrument. It just has different working ends on it. So you can use the black composite instrument or the gold composite instrument, and that's what you'll use to pack it, to shape it, all of that stuff. And then you light cure for 30 seconds.
How is this one broken?
The other plugger is gone from it.
Oh. So you want us to sterilize these when we're done?
Yeah. Once you've light cured that for 30 seconds, you would repeat by, like if it's a larger one, because remember we have to do it in increments if it's large, you would just repeat with the packable and light curing again after you put it in with your gold composite instrument or whatever. And then once you have enough, the next thing that you would do is you would take everything off. So you would remove isolation. And you would check the bite. And then you're also going to smooth the composite by using finishing burrs. Gold finishing burrs. And the most frequently used gold burrs, gold finishing burrs, are the football and the flame. Football and flame. And then you would just continue to check the occlusion until you're not getting any more marks on it. Any questions? With the composite also, you need to have alcohol 2x2 gauze available so that as he is taking the excess packable composite off with one of the instruments, you're wiping it with your alcohol to get it off, because if not, then it's hard to get off and he has to clean it. Any questions? Can you take care of this for me?
Do they need to go in the autoclave first or just to sterilize it?
They need to be put in this, like the same type of bag,
Uh-huh.
and just put in the autoclave.